everybody. Welcome again to Perspective. So glad you could make it. I have an old friend on the first segment. He's a lot older than I am, but you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, joining us today, Colin Berg with the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation. Good to have you, buddy.
It's always great to be here, Sam. I enjoy it. I don't know about I'm older. I might look, because I've got this on my face, and it's kind of got a little gray in it.
Yeah. Well, man ought to grow a beard once in his life.
There you go.
You know, just once.
Just once.
And if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were talking, you and I were talking before we came out about bear, and I know there are other things we're going to get to, but do we have bears here?
Oh, yes. We've got bears in Oklahoma. They're expanding in the northeast part of the state, particularly the eastern portion. It's up against Arkansas. We've actually got a research project going on with Oklahoma State University where we monitor the bear population as it grows. And we've had a bear season in far southeast Oklahoma for a number of years now, archery season and muzzleloader season. It's open to the public. And so it's been successful, but the population continues to grow. We can thank Arkansas for that. Their bears moved over into Oklahoma, and they liked it here, and they stayed.
It's a better country.
That's right.
There you go. Well, there are a couple of things I want to get into with you, but first of all, I want to promote your magazine, Oklahoma Outdoors. If you can, if you have any money left after Christmas, you might consider investing in this because you've got a lot of worthwhile information. When rule changes come along, you don't have to go in a bait shop and buy a license without knowing some of the stuff that's in here. Limits change, hunting procedures change, fishing, all that, and they cover it. So Oklahoma Outdoors, I highly recommend it, and not because my buddy's here, but you need to know. Gift idea for hunters.
Yeah.
Which that would be a great gift idea.
That's a perfect one. It's a gift that gives all year long. We have 6 issues that come out every other month throughout the year. They focus on everything related to Oklahoma. That's one that you have is actually a calendar issue. So every year in December, the November-December issues are calendar issues. So you get a calendar for the next year in there besides the great photography and articles that go along with the magazine. So that's one of the cheap things that you can get that your hunter or angler spouse or family member or friend will appreciate throughout the year. It gives back all year long. We've got all kinds of things that we recommend, from licenses. You can purchase a license for somebody that you want to purchase this year's annual hunting license. They're actually 365 days now, so if you buy it today, it's valid for 365 days from the date of purchase for the annual type of licenses. We've got different products now. You see our new logo that I'm wearing. It's a little bit different than our other logo that is now available on a lot of these products. Everything from different gift mugs to gun cases to ice chests to the hats and things. So,
and that gun case that you see is a floating gun case, isn't it?
They're beautiful products that now we're offering through our licensed vendor. You can purchase them directly online, get them shipped to your home or shipped to somebody that you're wanting to make the purchase for. So highly recommend it. Go check it out. wildlifedepartment.com underneath licensing, and then you can find all the different products.
You guys are going to be bigger than Walmart, you know that.
Well, I don't know about that.
Trout fishing, Veterans Park and Jinx. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's one of those added opportunities. Bank First actually helps with the donation so that we can purchase the trout. Veterans Park Pond is a great location right in the city of Jinx. It's got 2 great docks at that location that you can fish off of. It's a 3-fish limit. These are actually, we also stock it with hybrid sunfish throughout the year at that location. It's got great access for folks. If you've got kids, and taking kids fishing is always something you're gonna have their attention for a short period of time. If fish are biting, they'll stay tuned in. If they're not, you might want other amenities. One thing that the Jinx spot has is there's a great playground right there. So you can fish for a while, take your kids, grandkids, go play at the playground, go back and go fishing. So that's one of the bonuses of that area that they've got. But it started here in the month of December, and it runs through, I believe, the end of February. Our other trout areas that are stocked during the winter time started in November. And I highly encourage folks, if they've never explored the state, I know you've had a chance to get all across this state living here, and I have as well because of my job and just things that I enjoy. We're such a diverse state. And you can plan a wintertime excursion to our southeast fishery at Robbers Cave. You can go to Medicine Creek, that's over in the southwest portion of Oklahoma, that's mixed in with the Wichita Mountains is right there. Federal Wildlife Refuge, that is things to do. The Blue River is a beautiful area to fish. That lower Mountain Fork River as well is awesome. Of course, the lower Illinois here in the northeast quadrant, it's a year-round trout fishery, as is the lower Mountain Fork. All these others are just sporadic that we stock in the wintertime. Perry CC Lake Watonga, there's actually a lake in Romano State Park there that is being stocked right now because Lake Watonga is under construction, a dam renovation, and then Sunset Lake out in the Panhandle. So you can virtually travel and see every part of our state this winter. Go when the weather's nice. We've had some tremendously nice weather for just getting ready to get into winter, though. So we're just a few days off from winter actually being official. Everybody calls it wintertime when December hits, but it's not quite here yet.
Heard Willie Nelson talking about small towns and lakes just this morning.
Yeah.
And he brought up 3 things you could do around a small town. I can get into 2 of them. One I can't bring up, but one of them had to do with throwing rocks.
Yeah.
And kids get bored, they can always throw rocks.
Skip rocks. I skipped a lot of rocks when I was little, and my son skipped a lot of rocks when he was little. He's almost 20 now, so he's not little anymore.
I'm going to have to ask you this. I know you're not talking about a birth defect, but antlerless deer.
Okay, those are does is what we classify as antlerless. Is any deer that doesn't have antlers on it is classified as an antlerless deer. And we've got what we call the holiday antlerless season, starting December the 18th and running through the end of the year. It's a special season. You can actually harvest in most areas 2 antlerless deer on private land. There's only a few of our public areas are open to antlerless, that's holiday antlerless season, so make sure you check out that regulation. But it takes place over the holidays. One of the things that my family's done over the years, a lot of families have done, is it's focused around our outdoor activities. And so a lot of people travel back to Oklahoma that might already have a lifetime license or didn't get a chance to go hunting in their home state that they now live in, and now that they're back at their granddad's or their mom and dad's, it's a tradition to get out and do some hunting.
We're quickly running out of time, and there's a couple of more things I've got to get to touch base with you on. Hunters Against Hunger. That's something new to me. What is that?
We've had it for a long time. There's certain processors, they're listed on our website, that you can take if you've got enough deer meat already or just want to donate the deer that you've harvested. It's a $10 donation. They process the deer meat and then it's given to shelters across the state. There's thousands of pounds of deer meat each year that are served at our homeless shelters, and those meals are thanking those hunters that donate that meat to those processors. Those processors do it at a pretty reduced rate. They package it up and then get it to the shelters. It's a great program, things that people can do this time of year especially to give back to all mankind. You know, give it. If you don't have a need for it, donate it.
You know, I had a dear friend, she's gone now, she passed on, but who lived here in Oklahoma, full-blood Cherokee. She wasted nothing. When her husband brought in a deer, after they took the meat, she would stretch and scrape the hide and make blankets out of those hides or shoes, you know, like a house shoe to wear in the winter. And that material would be so soft. And I was in her home several times and had a chance to see how she did it. Boy, there's a technique gone.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of people now that are taking up, like the old homesteaders. They'll boil the bones and keep bone broth that's from the animals that they harvest, deer that they harvest, and it's great. I've never done it. I use virtually everything that I can do. I process all of my own deer. I donate a lot of meat to friends and family members throughout the year as well.
Over here.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. It's healthy. I've lost a lot of weight the last year, and that's what I eat. A lot of wild game that I harvest.
We have heard, I got about a minute and a half, we have heard stories in various news outlets about the dangers of eating venison from Oklahoma. Is there anything to that?
No, there's nothing to that. There's no dangers in Oklahoma or any other state as far as wild game meat being any issues with it. You know, there's certain things, the Department of Environmental Quality puts out there's natural mercury levels in some of our lakes, and you can go and look up, and if you eat fish every day out of those lakes, and there might be some issues, but you can go look at the Department of Environmental Quality site and look at the lakes that have those. But none of our wildlife species, there's no issue with eating game meat.
You know, I got to tell you, our lakes too are so bloody clean.
Oh, it's awesome.
They're so clean, and the fish, I've eaten fish from lakes all around here, and ponds.
Yep.
And it's just phenomenal what you can catch and eat.
Yep.
And stock a freezer full of.
That's right. Follow the regulations, but it's very healthy. Fish and game are all, you know, native fish and game are great to eat and very healthy for you.
Colin, thank you again for coming in. And I want to remind you folks at home, this would be a great gift for Christmas. Look into it. Go to the website and you can see how to order and get a subscription to it. It should be required reading really for anybody who has an interest in the outdoors in Oklahoma, because there's more there than you know. And this kind of can be the key to unlocking a lot of the mysteries. Colin, thanks for coming by.
Appreciate it always.
Have a good Christmas, buddy.
You too.
All right. Short break. We'll be back with more right after this.